the day before the game, we always have a meeting. We have a meeting on the team and obviously who's on the bench, etc. But for some reason, we didn't have a meeting the day before. So this was against Bolton. We had a meeting on the same day. So leading up to right until the day of the game, I didn't have a clue what was going on. I'd been training well. I'd felt like I'd been training well. So I thought, surely, like, I get my chance now. And it was only when we actually got there on the day and we had a meeting, I think it was about 3 hours before the game. We sat down and I was on the bench and there was still no indication that, look, you might get your chance, you might not. There was just like, there was nothing. And so I carried on doing my usual routine. Was warming up at half time and I got the nod off the gaffer. The gaffer just obviously told one of the coaches, I think it was Andy Hodgins, to run out and to tell me to come in, that, look, you're coming on. And that was the first I heard. And that feeling, that run from the pitch into the changing room, I don't think I've ever ran so quick. I think that was my top speed the whole season.
What was it like then, stepping out for the second half? Obviously, you'd be on the sidelines, you'd have your number come up on the board, and then you get the chance to run on it in front of the home crowd.
That's just a feeling that, like, I genuinely can't even put into words. Like, it's a moment where everything just flashes before you. Your whole football career of starting from such a young age, leading up to that point, everything, the sound around me, everything just went. My body went numb. I couldn't hear the crowd. I was literally just tunnel vision on coming onto this pitch, and then as soon as I stepped onto it, it was like I've looked back up at the crowd and I knew where my family was as well. And I've looked up and I've seen them, they're all standing on their feet cheering, and I thought, right, like this is my chance now. I've got to make a difference here. Like, this could be a massive step in my career if I play my cards right. But the feeling's just, it's so hard to even put into words. It's just something that you will only ever experience once, that debut moments of coming on and at such a young age in front of your family or your mates, the crowd clapping you coming on, the feeling, how big the game was, because the game, we spoke about it before, of how big this game actually is, because it's Bolton, do you know what I mean? The plan going into the game was we are not getting beat. Whether it's a cup game or not, we are not getting beat by Bolton. And obviously coming on, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, it was 2-0. It was 2-0 when I came on. And then the first 5 minutes, I was a bit shaky. Like, I just wanted to do the first thing right, whether it was my first pass, my first header, taking the ball off someone. And I remember it like it was yesterday. The first thing I done, I played a 1-2 with Chris Merry, and it was a sweet 1-2. And I knew after that moment, I thought, right, okay, I'm okay now. I settled in then, and I felt back at home. But yeah,
you did get booked though. Can you remember what you got booked for?
I remember it. Yeah, it was. I'd done it a few times, so I'd made 2 fouls, and I'd stood on the ball once, and the referee turned around to me and said, like, look, if you do it again, I'm gonna book you. And it was Andy Parkinson who was shouting to me, Arthur, stand on the ball. So I've obviously just stood on the ball, and before you know it, the referee's pulled his yellow card out. But yeah, that was it wasn't it didn't look the best on the stand, but no, it was okay. And I just made sure I didn't throw any silly tackles in after to make sure I stayed on the pitch, because I couldn't have imagined anything worse, getting sent off on my debut.
Well, you're just following instructions Parky's told you to do. What was the fine then? Was it a financial fine?
Do you know what? I think actually I got let off with that fine. I spoke to Parky after the game and I said, look, Parky, I said, you told me to do that. I said, he was like, I know, mate, I know. So no, I did. I think I got let off with that one, but usually it is a little bit of money out the wage packet, but no, it was all right.
So you go on to draw the game 2-2. Kieran Morris and Paul Lewis had put Tranmere ahead, as you say, at half time. Kieran Sadler had pulled one back, and then Connor Carty equalised in the 90th minute for Bolton, who have a habit of doing that in cup games against Tranmere, a late equaliser. Did you take a penalty?
No. I put my hand up to take a penalty, and I think it was after Jake, I would have been next. So I don't know how the penalties went, but I knew we were on the way to go and win it. I think Matt Schulz, I think I'm from right, saved 1 or 2, and that put us in good stead. So I think it was Jake to score, and obviously, if he missed, then I would have been next. But he obviously scored, and that is correct, isn't it? Yeah, he scored and we won it. We won the penalty shootout. Yeah, I am.
You
I'm
won
right
the
in
penalty
saying that.
shootout. Your memory is better than mine as to
there was
who took
another
the winner.
penalty shootout that I was involved in. I missed, so I was just getting a bit confused with that. But no, yeah, we did. We won that one. Yeah, so I was a bit nervous, like, because I was next, but I put my hand up, so I was ready.